Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, July 5th, 2016. We start off with a rather humid morning with temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the interior, lower to mid 70s everywhere else, with dew points in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Rainfall is exiting the region right now, and for the rest of the day, we'll be dealing with a rather steamy air mass with scattered cloud cover and a threat for an isolated shower or two, but for most locations will remain dry for the rest of the day, with temperatures rising into the mid to upper 80s. It'll feel more like the lower to mid 90s with the dew points in the 70s. So clearly we have returned to a more tropical air mass for the first time in quite some time. June was generally not featuring much in the way of tropical air masses, but July, well, after a rather cool start, we're definitely going to be shifting more towards a warmer weather pattern, at least for this week. Don't worry, it's not going to last all that long. When we take a look at the latest radar, you can see the heaviest rainfall is exiting the region now and is heading out into the Atlantic. From here on out, we're going to be dealing with these pop-up showers here and there. Now, these showers are going to be slow-moving, and what's a little bit concerning is that with all the moisture in the atmosphere, a few of these showers will be capable of some very heavy downpours. So, for example, much of the region will remain dry, but let's say if a shower sets up around Trenton, well, Trenton could get quite a bit of rainfall, and that's going to pretty much be the theme for the rest of this week. When we set up and look at the infrared satellite picture, this boundary will be basically hanging around the region. To the south of it, we're going to see temperatures in the lower to mid 90s. To the north of it, mid to upper 80s. And as a result, this boundary will allow the development for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. And the concern here is that while most of the region will remain dry through the rest of this week, these thunderstorms are going to be moving very slowly, and they'll be capable of some localized heavy downpours that could produce flash flooding. So it's something that we get to watch very carefully. Aside from that, we'll have to deal with some fog in the morning hours and some hazy sunshine in the afternoon, with temperatures basically ranging from the upper 80s to lower 90s for much of the region, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley. So let's dive into this forecast. For this afternoon, again, watch out for a few isolated showers. Other than that, look for scattered cloud cover, highs in the mid to upper 80s. For this evening, scattered cloud cover could be expected. Fog will develop overnight tonight into tomorrow morning in some locations, and it will be locally dense. Lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s in the interior, lower to mid 70s throughout the rest of the region. So clearly a very humid air mass in place, tropical-like. For tomorrow afternoon, watch out for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, look for high temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast and lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Thursday, again, there will be a threat for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Watch out for that locally dense fog in the morning. Look for temperatures to range from the lower to mid 70s for lows and upper 80s to lower 90s for highs. A couple of mid 90s are possible in the Delaware River Valley. On Friday, it's pretty much a copy of Thursday, with this boundary hanging around. Again, there will be a threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. There will also be a threat for some locally dense fog, especially to the south of this frontal boundary. Temperatures will range from the lower to mid 70s for lows, and high temperatures will range from the upper 80s to lower 90s for highs for most locations. A few mid 90s are possible in the Delaware River Valley, with again very humid weather conditions. Now, the caveat here with these temperatures is that in some locations where these thunderstorms set up, the temperatures are going to be blunted a bit more into the mid to upper 80s because of the rainfall. So it's certainly something that we'll keep an eye on with the thunderstorm potential here. But where you don't see thunderstorms and the skies clear out, definitely temperatures will be able to jump into those lower to mid 90 ranges. It all comes to an end on Saturday with a strong cold front moving through the region with some scattered showers and strong to severe thunderstorms. Saturday afternoon and evening could be rather stormy, so we'll have to watch that very carefully. Lows in the lower to mid 70s, highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Those lower 90s may get blunted a bit depending on the development of those thunderstorms and the passage of the cold front. As far as the timing, it could easily stay in the upper 80s, so something we'll have to watch on Saturday. And on Sunday, high pressure will start to build in with much lower humidity, lows in the mid to upper 60s, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Now remember, for this time of year, we should be between 85 and 88 degrees for a normal high. So when we say it's 88 degrees, it feels warmer, but it's near normal. When we say 90 degrees, we're talking about 2 degrees above normal in most locations. In the New York City metro, if you hit 90, you're more around 4 to 5 degrees above normal. So we're not talking about extreme heat here. We're talking about tropical-like weather, which it's July. It happens because it's July. So moving forward, for Monday, high pressure is going to be in control with clear skies. Lows in the mid to upper 60s, highs in the lower to mid 80s over the interior, mid 80s in the New York City metropolitan area, and mid to upper 80s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Overall, pretty much near normal for this time of year. And the same will continue on for Tuesday with high pressure in control. Look for scattered cloud cover. Lows in the mid to upper 60s. A few lower 70s are possible in the Philadelphia metro. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. That's your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NY and JPA weather. And as always, stay safe out there.